Alan, you and I both saw The Queen of Coal. It just debuted today on Netflix. And
yeah, we got up early so we could review this movie.
We both got up early to see this film. And I got to say, it is as described. Oh my God, Alan. This stars actually Pedro Pascal's brother, who is transgender, plays Carla or Carl or Carlita. Lux Pascal is the star of Queen of Coal. It is based on a true story of a man going through becoming a transgender woman who began working in a coal mine. And the original title what language is this film?
I watched it in Patagonia, but I think it's that is one fact I didn't look up.
Yeah. Anyways, it's based on the real story of Carlita Rodriguez. The original title was Miss Carbon. Queen of Coal it really is kind of a standard biopic story. The opening scene of the movie is Carlita in a coal mine as we meet the character played by Pedro Pascal's brother and or sister, a transgender woman. She's going down on a guy. She's on her knees in the coal mine with a man going to town on his nether regions. It's not super graphic, but you know what's happening. We meet this character who is rejected by his family, has to find some kind of job, and somehow lucks into getting a job in the coal mine. The other highlights in the story, and we follow like another group of transgender people. There's a bar that Carlita goes to with other people and they're all in various stages of their transgender journey. You know, top surgery, bottom surgery on the horizon, or they're not going to get the bottom surgery. You'll learn a lot. And Carlita does get the top surgery in the film and wants to change her designation on her ID to female from male to female.
Yeah. By the way, there is nudity. Yeah, there's nudity in the movie.
There is nudity, but it's tastefully done.
Yes.
Oddly, tastefully done. So there you go. And once she does the surgery, changes her ID to female, but then at the company she works at, they say, well, if you are female, we have jobs for women. You have to work in the office. She's like, but I'm a coal miner. Carlita's like, I mine coal within the mines. Why do I have to do this job? And she fights for the right to be able to go in the coal mine, which then inspires a movement then for women to have the right to do a man's job, which is weird because Carlita is technically already a man. This is the kind of movie that I would see at Sundance like 20 years ago and go like, well, that's a movie that's going to make no money, open in 2 theaters, one in New York, one in LA. No one will see it, whatever. I don't think there's anything revelatory about this film. It's a been there for me. It's a been there, done that indie movie. The fact that it's on Netflix featured is the unusual thing. And I'll say this, it's not a good movie. It's not a bad movie either. It's almost like a Lifetime. It's a streaming or TV movie, like been there, done that. It's almost laughable with the box checking because everything is so predictable. We know that Carlita will never do anything bad. Carlita is good and virtuous. and the people that don't like her are the bad people, and the people that like her are the good people. And it's very black and white. And I could, even though you've heard most of the story, everything is completely predictable based on the identities of the characters, right? Um, this is a social justice film to a T. Again, I mean, but the fact that it's become so cliche, this box checking has become so cliche, it's kind of laughable. What did you think of Queen of Coal, Alan?
It was bad. Um, but I will
Yeah.
say that the best thing about this movie is the English dubbing. I
Mm,
mean, let's
yes.
in your mind think about Pippi Longstockings, the original
Yeah.
movies of Pippi Longstocking, or the early Japanese dubbings of films. It is, where clearly the voice doesn't match the person you're watching it from, and it's all the way people speak in English is just unnatural. It's done for the movie. But let's also talk about the inspiring nature of Queen of Coal, because Carlita had qualities in her that made her more qualified to be a coal miner than the rest of the women in the town who wanted to be coal miners. And as the movie says at the end, ladies, listen up. She is the first woman coal miner ever.
That's the thing. The movie ends saying she's the first woman coal
Yeah.
miner, and then they show the
No
actual.
other woman can be first. It's Carlita.
Yeah, exactly. So a transgender woman who was a man was the first woman to be in the coal mine. It's it's so laughable. It writes itself. It's so ridiculous. Yes, and I did watch the. I normally, for foreign films, I watch subtitles. For this, I watched dubbed, which made it even funnier.
Yeah, it was great.
I mean, it
Um,
was because the dubbing is bad. It's so bad that it made it more of a comedy. This is like if you were gonna make like not another woke movie, like as a comedy, it's this movie because it so leans into every cliche. It is bad. But the thing is, of these types of films I've seen in the past, it's not the worst. I've seen much worse than this.
yeah, but it's not good. I mean,
Yes. Oh, I'm not saying that
yeah,
either.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I think as you say, the worst part of it is the box checking.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I think the fact that she presents as a woman, that it's weird that nobody cares, and that because I would think that in that time she experienced a little more brutal discrimination than she actually does in this movie, and I wonder if they toned it down all the way to zero.
Well,
Um,
she does for her family, but not nearly as much as you would
yeah,
expect. But you're right. This is so hypocritical. This is like, you know, the first woman is actually a man, but
yeah.
who opened the door for other women, I guess. I don't know.
So
It's
technically, there have been other first women who have done the job.
yeah, I'd like to know who was the first woman who was born a woman who went in the coal mine. And there's all sorts of double like there are moments in the movie where they're laughing over we have to go deep in the mine, and then all the miners like giggle. They giggle over all the sexual innuendo in like some supervisor talking about going in the mine deep. I can only go in like once a day. Like it's like ooh, they all giggle. Um, this movie is bad. If you watch it, you're consciously watching it because I don't know. This who knows what the numbers on this would be, but uh, I
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, I'm pretty sure Netflix didn't commission this movie. I'm pretty sure they just bought the movie and then put it on the platform. And it's there's if you're gonna tell a story like this, there's just nothing special about the movie other than the fact that it was a real story. the way it's told. You just expect something to be a little more inspiring, and it's just not there. And sorry if I don't like it just because of its subject matter. That's not how you judge a movie.
I'd almost rather see a documentary about Lux Pascal than this fictional story. That would be more interesting and more truthful than this. So, but yeah, I can't recommend it. If you're only going to see it, maybe because but make sure to watch it when you watch it with the dubbing on. The dubbing, English dub version makes it a comedy.
Yeah. And I have a million questions about the sex in this movie. Like how does that thing not get in the way when you're having sex?
Let's leave those questions unanswered.